So, Jackass Forever finally came out.
Oh my god!
Right, yes, this is the thing that.
And this was the first one I saw in the theater since the second one. I missed seeing 3 in 3D, and I'm kicking myself for not doing that.
Nah, it's all good.
Maybe one day it'll come back on theaters in 3D, and I can watch it.
They could do re-releases.
4 or 5 of them can re-release them, surely.
But no, it's so it's funny because I have a unique experience because the night before, not the night before, but a few nights before I went to go see it, one of my partners hadn't seen Jackass 3D, and me and the other partner were like, "You have to watch this." So we sat down, we watched it, and I was always kind of meh on 3D, but watching it again, it still holds up really well.
3D is really fucking good. Like, I love how.
I mean, I think what made it for us is, especially now being like in a fucking poly-gay relationship, it's funny that like the funniest thing was the fucking slow-mo dildo.
Oh yeah.
That was just hitting fucking Buddy in the face.
Oh yeah.
Like shit like that. But yeah, no, it still holds up. So I had one of the movies fresh in my mind, and even before this, back when the movie was going to release in October, I rewatched 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, the uncensored TV show, because I got that box set that was $20 that came with like everything. The only thing I haven't watched is Bad Grandpa and Bad Grandpa 0.5.
You don't you honestly, Bad Grandpa 0.5 and Action Point, you can skip them. Like they're okay, but there's like there's clearly like that missing ensemble element that like
pretty
makes
sure
Jackass
I saw
great.
Bad Grandpa at the movies and it was okay.
Yeah.
So I was caught up for a little while. Like I had the wheels greased basically by that point. But yeah, no. Charles, before I go into my experience, can you give your experience of seeing Jackass Forever?
Oh my god. So I've as somebody who grew up in the MTV generation of the 90s and 2000s, Jackass was a mainstay for me. It was always that show like my dad would let me watch, but my mom would not at all until she gave in. And it was like a bonding like show for my friends and my, at the time, stepbrothers, and like we loved it. We loved, Viva La Bam, CKY, Wild Boys, and of course Jackass. And the movies were like something you never could have told me that would have been made. Like, how are they going to make a movie of Jackass? And they did. And I loved all three growing up. And as well as the 0.5s. And for me, like 2021, the movie theaters were open up, so I was going to the cinemas whenever I could. I'm going until they stop making me go again, because I want to get my movie theater fix. And so
as the film buff you are.
Exactly. And Jackass, like, the one thing I'm like happy to say is that like before I saw Jackass Forever, I was actually just marathoning clips from the show and the movies just to get myself like in that state. And I just remember, it's like, this shit holds up so well. Like, for a show that's just people like pranking each other, hitting each other in the nuts, doing ridiculous stunts, it surprisingly holds up well for so many reasons. Like, and I'm so happy to like go on like Letterboxd, which is where I log in a lot of my films that I watch and reviews, and like people still adore Jackass. Everybody, young, old, people just seem to kind of grown on it. Like, everybody who was cynical about it in the heyday of it loves it. But anyway, I was psyching myself up, and I saw it on a Friday afternoon at the new mall movie theater at the mall that I go to. And I love that movie theater. And like, I watched it. It wasn't a very like, it wasn't a crowded theater, because afternoon shows on a Friday usually don't have a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like the like me and the like 8 other people who were there, we were laughing our asses off like through the whole fucking thing. Like it was genuinely just such a warm experience.
I think it's still in theaters for us here in Australia.
It is, and I think it's going to be coming to Paramount Plus in the future.
Yeah, I might like cop a ticket and watch it. I still need to watch Uncharted, but like I don't know. I'll see how it goes.
It's really good. It's like the you got you got mostly everybody back. Ryan Dunn, who passed, is not in it.
I mean, the main thing to say is that there is none of the CKY guys are there.
Yeah,
because
except for Rab
Ryan
himself.
obviously
Except
passed
Rab himself.
away.
Rab himself is there. He's one of the camera operators.
Is Rab there? I didn't notice.
Yeah,
Rab
he's a
being
camera
there.
operator, and like the thing is, like everybody knows about the Bam Margera controversy, like how he was cut out of the film. He's in one segment of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Bam's there?
He is in one of the stunts they do. It's the treadmill marching band one. He's like the second guy to like just completely eat shit, and he's the one checking on Steve-O.
Oh, is he? I didn't even
That's
notice
him,
that.
Like everybody's like, no, that's Chris Pontius. I'm like, no, Pontius has longer hair. Like, it's definitely him.
And I'm gonna have to check back that. Then.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Like it took me a minute to like realize.
I thought he straight up was just not in the film. At all.
No. Like he was in the film, but his contract, similar to with like Jackass 3 and Steve-O, they wanted Bam to be sober, on set so they could do this shit.
It was Jackass 2 because by Jackass 3 Steve-O was completely sober.
No. I thought it was 3.
Because Jackass. No. Jackass 2, he was at his worst, and they said, you can't do drugs for Jackass 2 at all. And he's like, yep, I won't. And he went clean for the entirety of that movie just because he was dedicated to doing that movie.
I heard it was 3.
And then he went right back to drugs.
So I heard it was 3 because Knoxville has himself described Jackass 2 as the one where we were all on our worst behavior.
Yeah.
So
3 is when he was completely clean.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like for 3, he got cleaned up, is what I heard. Like I said, I could be wrong.
Well, no, for 2, I think it was for 2.
It could be.
They knew he was at a really bad state, and so they said, "Hey, you can't do drugs while we're on this." Like alcohol was still cool, but they were like, "You can't do drugs during this." He's like, "Yeah," and then he that was the only thing that Steve-O would be like, "I won't do drugs for this."
Okay, maybe it was alcohol. He got him sobered up for 3, but
anyway. And then after that, he had the whole thing, and then he got sobered up, and then Jackass 3D happened, and he was sober.
Yeah, he's been sober since, which is good for him. But it's so good to see the boys back and hear, "Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass." After so many years, it's just it warms my heart, and I love this movie because it feels like a perfect culmination of the show and the movies. And even today, for anybody who doesn't know, Jackass Forever is not just, Knoxville, Steve-O, Pontius, Preston, Wee Man, Dave, Danger Aaron. In my opinion, Danger Aaron, by the way, proves himself in this movie to be the most hardcore member next to Knoxville.
Yeah. His name is Danger, of course he is.
Yeah, I know, but everybody,
but they always make fun of him
always
in all
calls
the
him
movies.
the holder of the Jackass short straw. And I'm like, yeah, but he's more hardcore than a lot of them. But it's great, and I love all the new members. There's one guy on there called
God.
There's Poopies, who's like a surfer dude.
I love Poopies. Poopies is fantastic.
Poopies is great. Then they got
don't take that out of context.
I know Poopies is great. I love Poopies. I adore Zackass. They actually got Zach. What's his name? Who is also known as Zackass.
Zach is fucking fantastic.
And then they got one of the guys. So this is interesting. Much like because it's a Jackass film, they have these guest stars. As they do, like Tony Hawk and all that. This one, they actually, one of the new guys is actually a member of Odd Future, and he joins in on the fun, and of the many, special guests they have in this movie, Tony Hawk is in it, Rob Dyrdek actually shows up for a fucking fun thing, and so does, Tyler the Creator is actually part of one of the stunts, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Eric Andre?
Eric Andre shows up for more than one. I thought he was just going to be a one-off, and MGK is also there. But I also think it's interesting. This is the first time I think we've seen a female Jackass member, and that's I think her name's Rachel, or is it?
Yeah, she was fantastic. Oh my god, the fucking again, I don't want spoilers, but there was one stunt she did. Oh my god.
It's a great.
I was like, God damn it!
It's one of these movies where you just watch it. It just feels like that. Like I said, this movie's a perfect culmination of what makes Jackass work. While it feels like a celebration of everything from the hilarity to the kinship everybody has. It's so fucking funny. If I could pick favorite segments, for me personally, my favorite jokes / segments without spoiling them. One of them is called The Quiet Game, where it's Rachel, Poopies, and Steve-O are these mimes, and the thing is they have to do these painful things but not make noise. It's fucking great.
Oh, it's so great. Oh my god, Steve-O has one of the best parts in it. It's you probably know which one it is, Charles. The one with I'm just gonna say the one with the bees, and I'll let y'all.
Oh my god, that one hurts.
What that is.
And another stunt they do.
I was wincing in my seat because I am fucking terrified of like not bees, but like wasps and hornets and stuff that sting.
Another
like
one more segment that I love, and I swear this will be the last segment I talk about. The other one that made me fucking lose it laughing personally was the Silence of the Lambs prank. Because it's a prank disguised as a Knoxville stunt, and it's the perfect amount of jackass gaslighting that is just so damn funny.
Jackass lighting.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it should be fucking called.
Yeah.
Jackass.
With all that being said, there is one thing I wanted to say, in that, like, when I left the theater and saw it, I thought to myself, that was pretty good. But I don't know if I don't know where it sits now, because it didn't. It's too early for me to say it didn't feel as good as the other ones. But like, part of me is just like, I have to get it. Like, I have to be like, I get it. You know, there's like no CKY guys there,
and they're all older, so it's like it's not as hardcore.
Older, and so they can't do the crazy shit anymore.
They do still crazy shit. Like, don't ever
but not like. But not
like Jackass 2
stuff
crazy. Not like Jackass 2.
Not stuff like the failed ending in 1, or going around Japan in panda suits, like shit like that.
This is like it feels like they're kind of going back to the roots of like 1 and 2.
Yeah. It felt like, you know what it felt like to me? It felt like an unrated episode of the TV show. That's what it felt like.
And I think that's actually really cool. Like, personally, I was okay with that.
Like I think that's neat. Like, they don't, like, and that's the thing, like, I realized afterwards, I'm like, well, they don't need to top themselves anymore.
No.
Some of these guys are in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah,
like,
Knoxville's 50, and
they need to worry about that. Like Johnny Knoxville, there are scenes where he has gray hair, and there are scenes where he has black hair.
Yeah.
Because his hair grayed throughout the fucking movie.
Exactly. And it's great. Also, one last thing, as the stay for this movie's credits. Not because there's like a mid-credit teaser or whatever, but because like the credits made me love this film just as much as the other three.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the final shot, it's just simply a shot from one of the older shows, and it's Ryan Dunn, and it just says, "Thank you, Ryan Dunn."
Yeah,
it's the sweetest goddamn thing.
Good. Fuck yeah. Yeah, well, they obviously, I reckon they did this for him. You know, they probably did this just.
I mean, the original name of the movie is "We Aren't Done Yet."
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like, that's originally what they were going to call the movie. Yeah. But then they probably realized that was a little insensitive.
That was a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
But no, yeah, it's like, I also, like, I recommend it. Like, again, I'm still going to let it sit with me for a little bit before I say where it sits for me in the series,
totally,
but like, highly recommended. Definitely go see it in a theater. Even if there's only a few people, everyone's going to chuckle. I guarantee.
I might do it if I've got some free time.
Totally.
Day that I have.
There's less gross out humor in this one too.
But they still get the grossest in there. It's not as like gross and hardcore.
Yeah, but like that's the thing that's kind of a stickler for some people. Like one of my partners, we had to keep telling her to be like, shield your eyes. This is the part you're not gonna like, kind of thing. Yeah, because it would involve throw up or poopy or something like that. I think the worst poop part is actually at the start of the film. Poor Steve-O.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I'll check it out. I think it's good. I haven't seen a Jackass film or TV series thing for years now. So